On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Beat up on their wives because they weren't taught how to express their emotions.
A lot of times,
bro, that's actually, it's not fact, but that's true.
Then if it's
hold on, wait, what's the difference between fact and truth?
I mean, it's the truth.
Well, no.
No, he said it's not fact, but it's true.
AR, that's when you're supposed to hit that.
No. Hold on. In a minute, we're gonna be talking about it's her truth and it's his truth. You speak your truth, boo. Go ahead, give it to us.
I think that's part of the reason. There is a large portion of men who go home and beat on their wives because they don't know how to express to their boss that they're not happy or that they're being treated a certain way at work, and they come home and take that all out on their wives. That is a large part of domestic violence. That is a thing.
Oh my God, this is fucking insane.
No, what is this?
Bro, what are you not getting, bro? I don't understand, Anton.
Exactly.
Like, can you articulate?
So you telling me that young boys weren't taught to express their emotions growing up, and that's the dudes that wind up beating up on their wives?
Yes.
Bring it to him on a daily.
Love. Yeah, I am leading with love. That's one thing that I know that our young black men need is love. And I know a lot of times we raise our men to be so strong and not really understand their emotions. And I'm so big on, how did that make you feel, baby? And even when he didn't know how to talk, it's like, how did that make you feel? Or I love you, come give mommy a kiss. So I definitely am raising him with so much love. I want him to know that he's loved, and I want him to know how to accept love. Right. A lot of times people don't know how to accept love, and that's a big deal. So it's like,
because they never receive.
You guys heard the context. Black men are taught to show no emotions or feelings. What are you guys' thoughts about it?
It's not. I'm not gonna say we're taught not to, but if mom wasn't taught by her mother, she doesn't know something. She can't teach something that she doesn't know. And just from everything I've done as far as coaching in the black community, I can only speak for the black community. A lot of black mothers don't necessarily either show love to their daughters, or they don't know how to love their daughters. So when that girl grows up to have a son, she doesn't necessarily know how to love her son because her mother didn't know how to show love to her. So it's like dysfunctional love. And a lot of times is this sticky, intertwined girlfriend, boyfriend, mama, son love instead of actually, mother, like healthy love.
I feel like in the black community as well, with boys, the first thing that everybody always says, you're a boy, you don't need to cry. Shut up, take it. If they fall and hurt themselves, you ain't hurt, you all right. Instead of, letting them cry. It's okay to teach them that, and they teach them how, like, you got to be tough. That's what a man is supposed to be. You're not supposed to shed a tear, and it show all those signs shows that you're weak.
And what will that do for you guys?
What do you mean?
What are you doing for that young man when you teach him how to embrace his emotional side, his feminine side?
It's teaching him that it's okay to express how you feel. It's teaching him that there's nothing wrong with expressing your emotions because that's what you have, and don't suppress them.
But what about the other side of it, though?
This is why boys need fathers.
That's a fact.
Well, let me say this, Anton. When my son was small, he was a kid, and I would never forget, we were at a cookout, and he had failed, and I said the very same thing. And this man walked up to me, and he said these exact words. He says, "Why would you tell him not to cry when he's hurting?"
Was that man gay? Was he gay?
No, he was not, and that's ignorance on your part.
How do you know?
Somebody is gay.
How do you know? How do you know?
Married. He was, rest his soul, married with 3 children. He wasn't gay.
That don't mean that he wasn't. Listen,
he wasn't gay. And listen, that doesn't mean that he was gay. You all got to stop creating a narrative that because a man shows his emotions that he's a simp or he's gay. That's ignorance on your part.
How would you know what it takes to be? How would you know what it takes to be a man?
Huh?
How would you know what it takes to be a man and you've been a woman your whole life?
I don't know what it takes to be a man, but I know what it takes.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Sweet Pea?
I don't think it's a matter of what it takes to be a man. It's what it takes to be a human. Human men are allowed to have
Thank
feelings.
you.
Like, because
Cool.
you're a man
I mean,
doesn't mean
you know,
have
so
to
you
cut
know, so
off your
interesting.
emotion.
You know what's so interesting? We have that's like somebody like a lion telling a tiger, yo, you know, it's just about being a mammal. No, they're different creatures and they're created for different
But
purposes.
are lions not allowed to be hungry?
I'm sorry.
Are they
I'm
not
sorry.
allowed
Give
to
me
have
give me
feelings?
1 second, sweetie. Give me 1 second, sweet pea.
It's Stormy P. That's the second time, but go ahead.
All right, sweetie. You know, the interesting thing about it is that you've never been a man. So how can you tell us what it's about when you don't really understand what it takes in order to have the whole world on your shoulders with no safety net up under you? You don't know what it means to when everything goes wrong, everybody then depend on you. Y'all ain't never built nothing. Y'all ain't never really did nothing. And the only reason you even here today to be able to have the luxury to live the lives and to feel the way you feel is because we've created the safe space for you. You don't know nothing about this. You don't know what he gonna face when he grow up. And so it's very interesting how women tell men how they should feel. Instead of asking questions, you lead with a statement. I'm curious about what makes y'all think that y'all can even remotely like talk to us and tell us what we should feel instead of asking for insight on how it is that we need to be moving.
Now, y'all
Okay.
think before y'all
So-
speak. Just he's asking a question. Think before y'all speak.
It's not a matter of telling you how you should feel. It's a matter of letting you know that you can feel.
Thank
I
you.
think that what you're trying to perpetuate is that men aren't allowed to have feelings and that they can't feel sad, they can't be emotional. And that's not it. Because when you suppress these things, when you suppress your emotions, they come out sideways. And that's how you have these people who end up killing their families. That's how you have these people who end up lashing out and taking out everything that they have going on at work, on these other outside factors, and beating up on their wives because they don't know how to express themselves and are taught that they're not allowed to have these feelings.
So they beat up on their wives because they wasn't taught to express themselves. Is that what you're telling me? That's your
Actually, yes.
narrative.
I agree with that. That's
your
actually
narrative.
true.
Is that
That's fact.
men beat up on their wives because they weren't taught how to express
But
their emotions.
a lot of
Bro,
times,
that's actually, it's not fact, but that's true.
Then if it's
Hold on, wait. What's the difference
What
between
the-
fact and truth?
I mean, it's the
Well,
truth.
no.
it's
I
no,
don't
he said it's
word.
not fact, but
That's-
it's true.
that's the
AR,
actual-
that's when you're supposed to hit that.
No. Hold on. In a minute, in a minute, we're gonna be talking about it's her truth and it's his truth.
Part of the reason.
You speak your truth, boo. Go ahead, give it to us.
I think that that's part of the reason. There is a large portion of men who go home and beat on their wives because they don't know how to express to their boss that they're not happy or that they're being treated a certain way at work, and they come home and take that all out on their wives. That is a large part of domestic violence. That is a thing.
Oh my God, this is fucking insane.
No, what is
Bro,
insane
what are you
is
not
how you
getting,
tell-
bro? I don't understand, Antonio. Like, can
Exactly.
you articulate
So you
what
telling me that
you're
young
saying?
boys weren't taught to express their emotions growing up, and that's the dudes that wind up beating up on their wives?
Yes.